There's one thing that the Prince of Wales realised he made a huge mistake on, really on the world stage. It was simply this. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Let's have a wave today. You all right? Yes? Are you sure? Yeah, you look a bit peaky, I think. We all have those days, don't we? A lot of people say to me, Neil, you look a bit tired. I'm not surprised. Up and about at all hours. And the thing is, I have to say, I don't know if anybody else finds this, but warm weather does tire you out, doesn't it? Because you drink more, then you feel a bit bloated, then you think, oh, I can't be bothered. You're dropping off every 2 minutes, aren't you? I know you're like me. Yes. Someone who's not dropping off, is very much on the ball, is none other than, of course, Prince William, the Prince of Wales. But he did actually drop the ball in this particular situation. And let me tell you, this really did create something of a stinging moment between His Majesty the King and his eldest son. You see, if you cast your mind back a couple of months back now, there was this terrible story in the news regarding Lady Susan Hussey. But it was heartwarming to see that she was back in the royal fold recently at Royal Ascot, alongside His Majesty the King. And that just proves, of course, that, things have hopefully now ironed out. But you see, it was the way that the public felt over here. It was dealt with, particularly given the fact that she seemed to be ostracized immediately over these alleged claims by that particular individual, which has never truly been resolved. We're not going to give her a plug. We're not going to mention her or show her picture, because I feel that she's had enough publicity independently and milked it rather cruelly, and more importantly, some people might say, very hurtful to an elderly lady. Prince William pointed out to a very good source. You see, we're living in this world where everything is judged instantaneously on social media by the cancel culture brigade and the woke culture. And seemingly he fell foul of this. Obviously, the alleged situation that took place did have serious connotations, but it was quickly ironed out, some might say ill-advisedly, with a meeting at Buckingham Palace. But what I can tell you is this: the King very much was on the side of, shall we say, sit back, wait a moment, gather your thoughts, very much on the same path of our late and very insightful monarch, Her Majesty the Queen, who really did take her time to make sure she was fully equipped of the facts, not so hot-headed. And basically, Prince William has agreed in future to take on this particular stance. As I say, a lot of people were looking at Lady Susan and, were thrilled to see her back. She is a nice, heartwarming lady who really would not go and upset anybody deliberately. So that made the story all the worse. It's reassuring to know that even people of that higher plane, senior royals, can learn a lesson. And isn't it often the case that we have to learn from those that have gone before? And there's one woman who truly had gone before and seen it all before. And finally, it looks like Prince William's heeding his advice from His Majesty the King, who in turn took excellent term and advice from his late mother. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.